Today we are going to discuss the nature and syllabus of Public Administration Paper 2. Paper 1 deals with the theory of the subject, while the Paper 2 deals with the application of the theory with respect to India. जैसे एक लॉ का स्टूडेंट होता है जो लॉ के सब्जेक्ट को स्टडी करता है और एक लॉ का प्रैक्टिशनर होता है जो लॉ की प्रैक्टिस करता है, इसी तरह पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का एक सब्जेक्ट है जिसे स्टूडेंट पढ़ते हैं और एक पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के प्रैक्टिशनर होते हैं जो पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल सिविल सर्वेंट्स. सो पेपर 1 of public administration contain the concepts of public administration, contain the theory, while paper 2 is concerned with application of theory, application of those concepts with respect to Indian administration. Both of them cannot be separated. They cannot be studied in isolation. Rather, they have to be studied in an integrated manner. Paper 2 is in fact जनरल स्टडीज़. इसका ये मतलब है कि जो टॉपिक पेपर 2 में हैं ऑलमोस्ट सारे टॉपिक जनरल स्टडीज़ में कवर होते हैं. हाउएवर देयर इज़ अ डिफरेंस. डिफरेंस पढ़ाई में नहीं है, डिफरेंस कंटेंट में नहीं है, डिफरेंस इज़ इन राइटिंग द आंसर. जब हम पेपर 2 का आंसर लिखते हैं देन वी हैव टू टेक द सपोर्ट ऑफ कंसेप्ट गिवन इन अ पेपर 1, thinkers mentioned in the paper 1, but in case of general study we don't need so. For example, पंचायती राज is a common topic, general studies में भी है और paper 2 में भी है. When we are writing answer in paper 2 for a panchayati raj, we use the concept mentioned in paper 1 like centralization, decentralization, delegation, devolution, deconcentration. We also take help from we also support our answer from the ideas of the thinkers. But it is not in case of general studies. In general studies, we have to write a journal answer. Paper 2 consists of 14 topics. And whole paper is divided into 2 sections. First of all, we will study Unit 1, Section 1. Public administration came into existence in 1887 with the writing of Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson is considered as father of public administration. पर इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि विल्सन से पहले 1887 से पहले there was no development in the field of public administration. In fact, since ages, India had made tremendous contribution in the development of practice of public administration. Kautilya, in his writing in Arthashastra, suggested or laid down the structure of administration and also suggested how the king should run the administration. So this unit talk about the contribution of India with respect to the development of theory and practice of public administration. This unit contain topic like Kautilya's Arthashastra, Mughal administration, because during Mughal period there was certain administrative innovation in India, especially in the revenue administration. Then legacy of British rule in India, politics and administration, Indianization of public services, revenue administration, district administration, local self-government, all these. इस पूरे यूनिट को हम 4 लेक्चर में कवर करेंगे. यूनिट 2. In India, Constitution is supreme. It is the Constitution determine, or rather we can say that Constitution limits the power of the government, what the government can do and what government cannot do. Constitution of India is in fact a philosophical document. It is one of the lengthiest, in fact almost lengthiest constitution of the world. It contains political values, it contains principles, it contains political values which we aspire to achieve, and it contains principles which we want to follow, like justice, liberty, equality, socialism, rule of law. So constitution, since in India it is a supreme law, constitution determine what the government, what the bureaucracy can do and what it cannot do. In fact, every action of the bureaucracy is influenced by the philosophy of the constitution. So in this unit we will be covering salient features and value premises, means constitution के क्या salient features हैं, what are the political values contained in the constitution, then constitutionalism. Constitutionalism means supremacy of constitution, control over the government, political culture in India, bureaucracy and democracy, and bureaucracy and development. इस यूनिट को हम 5 लेक्चर्स में कवर करेंगे. नेक्स्ट यूनिट इज यूनिट 3. इंडिया आफ्टर द इंडिपेंडेंस followed mixed economy. Mixed economy means for the economic development we visualized, we ensure the role of private sector as well as public sector as well as the government. In fact, more role was given to the government. There are so many reasons for this, and important reason was that at the time of independence, the private sector was not competent enough. Neither it had technology nor enough financial resources. That is why at that time state intervened heavily. State heavily invested in heavy industries like petroleum, steel, heavy machineries. And if there is more role of the state in the economic development, naturally there is more role of bureaucracy in economic development. So in this unit we will study the role of bureaucracy in the development. It is quite simple. When bureaucracy is working as a businessman, it requires entirely different model. We told you yesterday that India followed a bureaucratic structure. Bureaucratic structure means that bureaucracy is under the control of politicians. But this kind of structure cannot be or is not workable in a case of business organization. Business organization need flexibility. Business organization need autonomy. There should be lesser interference of the politician. And that is why for better role of bureaucracy in economic development, we need certain flexible organization where they enjoy more autonomy. And thus we have different type of organization structure, like forms of public sector undertakings like departmental undertaking, public companies, corporations, and their problem of autonomy, accountability and control. And since 1991 we have adopted the policy of liberalization, globalization. As a result, we allowed privatization. So the role of state in economic growth, economic development is declining. So the impact of this as well. So this unit we will be covering in 4 lectures. Unit 5. India follows parliamentary form of government and bureaucratic structure of administration. Parliamentary form of government means where government is accountable to the parliament. Parliamentary form of government means government stay in the power as long as it enjoy majority in the parliament. Parliamentary form of government means there are two types of executive. One is the real executive and another is head of the state. For example, in India, Prime Minister and Council of Ministers is real executive and President is head of the state. On the other hand, bureaucratic structure of administration means what bureaucracy say. The major advantage of bureaucracy is that here appointed officials, that is the civil servants, here appointed officials are under the control of elected representative of the people. This is the beauty of bureaucracy. That is why this kind of structure has been adopted almost in all the countries. So, bureaucratic structure involves two types of executive. One is political executive and another is permanent executive. One is temporary executive, another is permanent executive. Thus, in India, we have a real executive and head of the state. Then we have political executive and permanent executive. This unit deals with these issues. So here we will study about the executive that is the president and the prime minister and council of ministers, parliament as well, then judicial structures and its function, work process, recent trends and intra-governmental relationships, cabinet secretariat, prime minister office, central secretariat, then ministries and the departments, boards, commissions, attached office, field office. So in this unit, we will studying about the political structure as well as administrative structure. Unit 5. At the time of independence, the main problem which India was facing, it was socio-economic backwardness. So the major challenge before the government at that time was to bring changes, to bring modernization and to remove socio-economic backwardness. And for this purpose, government adopted a planned strategy. For this purpose, a planning commission was constituted. Why planned strategy was adopted? There are so many reasons. The important reason was that we had, in fact all the country have, we had limited resources at the time, but there was too much to be achieved. So planned strategy is always essential so that there is no wastage of the resources. Secondly, the working of planning throughout the world, especially in the socialist countries, has proved that this strategy can bring socio-economic development within a little period of the time. So we adopted the planning strategy. Further, in India, since beginning there are regional diversities, regional imbalances, and planned strategy was essential in order to bring uniform development throughout the countries. That is why we adopted the planning strategy. In this planning strategy, in the planning commission era, the role of the states thus was very limited because the planning was centralized. And precisely with abolition of the planning commission, now the importance of the state has increased. In Niti Aayog, states actively participate. So there is no more role for the state. So in this unit, we will be studying planning commission and its changes over the period of time. Like we will study the machinery of planning, a role, composition and functions of the planning commission and the National Development Council, indicative planning, process of plan formulation at the union and the state level, Constitutional Amendment 1992. What is Constitutional Amendment 1992? It gave constitutional status to the Panchayati Raj institution, and hence it gives constitutional status to the planning at the district level by constituting district planning committees, and then decentralized planning for the economic development and the social justice. Of course, we will also study the changes in this system, like the recent development in this process. For example, नीति आयोग. इस यूनिट को हम 5 लेक्चर के अंदर कवर करेंगे. यूनिट 6, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. In India, states, they follow the same political system and administrative system which is being followed at the union level. तो इसका सिंपल मतलब क्या हुआ? इसका सिंपल मतलब ये हुआ कि जैसे यूनियन लेवल पे पार्लियामेंट्री फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट फॉलो की जाती है और ब्यूरोक्रेटिक स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है, सेम पैटर्न इज हियर. So here you will find 2 types of executive. One is governor, another is chief minister and council of minister. One is political executive and other is permanent executive. So here we will study about the union, state administrative, legislative and financial relation. Naturally, we will also study about the center and state relationship and role of the finance commission, governor, chief minister, council of ministers, chief secretary, state secretariat, directorates. इस यूनिट को हम 6 लेक्चर्स में कवर करेंगे. यूनिट 7. इन यूनिट 1 हमने पढ़ा, क्या पढ़ा? अबाउट द कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया इन द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ थ्योरी एंड प्रैक्टिस ऑफ पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. District administration is one of the finest innovation of India. ये district administration ही है जिसकी वजह से ancient period में जो king थे, they were able to maintain huge empire. For example, Mauryan administration, their empire was quite huge. It was possible mainly due to the existence of district administration. So when British came to India, they were quite impressed with the concept or the structure of district administration. They were so impressed that they immediately adopted it and applied it to their colonies. And with the help of district administration, they were able to consolidate their power in India and in their other colonies. It is due to the district administration they were able to prolong their colonial rule. Even after independence, district administration is important. It is a focal point where developmental policies are implemented. And even today, collector at the district level is an important position, plays an important role in the development of the society, in the rural development. So in this unit, हम पढ़ेंगे district administration since independence, changing role of the collector, union, state, local relationships, imperative of development management and law and order administration, district administration and democratic decentralization. इस यूनिट को हम 2 लेक्चर्स में कवर करेंगे. यूनिट 8. यूनिट 8 डील्स विद द सिविल सर्विसेज. अगर हम थोड़ा बैकग्राउंड में जाएं तो हमने पेपर 1 में डिस्कस किया था personnel administration. In fact, this unit we will be studying along with the unit of paper 1, personnel administration. For example, personnel administration deals with the concept of recruitment. What do you mean by recruitment? How recruitment should be carried out? What are the problems in the recruitment? This paper deals with recruitment in India. The unit of personnel administration in paper 1 talk about the training, promotion, the concept of promotion, the concept of performance appraisal. Why performance appraisal is important, why training is important. And this unit deals with our training in India, training of civil services, all India services, promotion, performance appraisal, ACR report, etc. So this unit we will be studying along with the unit of personnel administration. Nevertheless, this unit covers topic like constitutional position of the civil services, structure, recruitment, training and capacity building, good governance initiative, code of conduct and discipline, staff association, political rights. जो सिविल सर्वेंट्स हैं इनको पॉलिटिकल राइट्स दिए हुए हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, दे हैव लिमिटेड पॉलिटिकल राइट्स. If they want to contest election, they have to resign. So, political rights of the civil servant, then grievances, redressal mechanism, civil services neutrality, and civil services activism. Unit 9. It deals with financial management. Again, जैसे पिछला टॉपिक हमने देखा, उसी तरह ये टॉपिक भी हम पेपर 1 के टॉपिक के साथ पढ़ेंगे. और पेपर 1 का टॉपिक कौन सा है? वो है फाइनेंशियल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. पेपर 1 का जो टॉपिक फाइनेंशियल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है, दैट कंटेन द कंसेप्ट ऑफ फाइनेंशियल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. फॉर एग्जांपल, इट कंटेन द कंसेप्ट ऑफ फिस्कल पॉलिसी, budgetary system, the types of budget, the problems in the budget, the auditing system, the concept of auditing, the problems in auditing, accounting system. और यहाँ पे हम क्या करेंगे? Budgetary system in India, accounting in India, auditing in India. So this unit contains budget as a political instrument, parliamentary control over public expenditure, role of finance ministry in monetary and fiscal area, accounting techniques, audit, role of Controller General of Accounts and Comptroller and Auditor General of India. So we will be studying this topic along with the topic in paper 1. Then unit 10 deal with the administrative reform. Again, this will be studied along with the topic of administrative reform in paper 1. For example, the topic of administrative reform in paper 1 deals with the question, why administrative reforms are essential? What kind of administrative reforms are there? What problem do we face in administrative reforms? What are the techniques, various different techniques in order to carry out reforms? And in this paper, we will be studying administrative reform in context of India. So here we will be studying administrative reforms since independence. Major concerns, important committees and commission जो independence से हमने बनाई हैं और ultimately reforms लेके उनके कहने पे reform भी introduce किए गए हैं. Reforms in financial management and human resource development and problems of implementation. Unit 11. Paper 1 deal with the concept of public policy. What is public policy? The importance of public policy and problems in formulation and implementation of public policy. Here in paper 2, we deal with specific aspect of public policy with respect to or with reference to India. And that is rural development. Rural development is essential, especially in India, where 70% of the people still live in rural area, and especially majority of them are still socio-economically deprived. Initially, a role in policy implementation for the rural development, the policy implementation was given to the bureaucracy. It was hoped that they are expert and they will be successfully implementing the policy. But over the period of time, it was realized that the bureaucracy alone is not capable to implement the developmental program successfully, and certain changes were brought. And ultimately, in 1992, Panchayati Raj system was given a constitutional status. Given a constitutional status meaning that it was given certain powers, it was given certain authority, which ensured the participation of the people along with the bureaucracy in the rural development. So in this unit, we will be studying institutions and agencies since independence, rural development programs, various programs launched by the government of India for the rural developments. FOKI means what was their focus and the strategy, decentralization and Panchayati Raj, 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act. इस यूनिट को हम 6 लेक्चर्स के अंदर कवर करेंगे. यूनिट 12, it deals with urban local bodies. As per one estimate, by 2050, 50% of Indian population will be in the urban areas. Due to urbanization, the urban areas have their own sets of the problem, like sanitation, water, electricity, congestion, slums. They have their own problems, and these problems are to be tackled. And here again, the role, like 73rd Amendment by 74th Amendment, here role is given to the people along with the bureaucracy to shape their destiny. And see what are the topics in this unit. Municipal governance, main feature, structure, finance and problem areas. 74th Constitutional Amendment. Why there is focus on finance? Because one of the major problem of these local bodies, whether they are Panchayati system or the urban local bodies, was that there is a shortage of funds with them, and that is why the problem of finance find mention here. Then 74th Constitutional Amendment, global local debate, then new localism, development dynamics, politics and administration with special reference to the city management. और इस यूनिट को हम 6 लेक्चर्स के भीतर कवर करेंगे. यूनिट 13. We know that modern state is a welfare state. The modern state is concerned with upliftment of poor section, deprived section of the society. The responsibility of the modern state is to make policies for the upliftment of the people. But the core, the basic function of the state is to maintain law and order. Policing is a main function of the state. It is the basic function of the state. That is why state is legally allowed to use force. कई बार व्हाट्सएप पे जोक आता है, भाई मेरी भर्ती एज ए इंस्पेक्टर एज ए डीएसपी नहीं हुई, कोई क्या बताओ मैं अपना प्राइवेट थाना खोल सकता हूँ? Joke apart, the answer is big no. Why? Because only state is legally authorized to use the force, to establish police force, defense forces. So in this unit we will be studying about the police force, the problem they face, the issues pertaining to law and order and challenges before the internal security of the India. So what are the topic here? British legacy. British legacy means why? Because the present day police, which the present day structure of the police owes its existence to the British. Then National Police Commissions, investigating agencies, role of central and state agencies including paramilitary forces in maintenance of law and order and countering insurgency and terrorism, criminalization of the politics and administration, police public relations, reforms in police. So this topic, this unit deals with the issues of law and order and internal security of India and the agencies involved with this. इस यूनिट को हम 8 लेक्चर्स के अंदर कवर करेंगे. Then Unit 14. Unit 14 as such contain different focus area of public administration, especially different significant issues in Indian administration. For example, values in public service, whether public servant should behave like a machine or he must possess certain value like empathy, compassion, etc. So this is a debate, this is an issue. So value in public issue. A regulatory commission like Telecom Regulatory of Authority, IRDA. So these regulatory commissions, about their problems, what are their problems. Then National Human Rights Commission. Then problems of administration in coalition regime. Coalition government is that when not single party get the majority of its own. Then citizen administration, interface, corruption and administration, and disaster management. This is a dynamic area. Every time or invariably you will find something new is added in this unit. A new issue is added in this unit. So we will be covering this unit in 5 lectures. This is what the syllabus of public administration paper 2 is. The section 1 from unit 1 to 7 and section B from unit A to unit 14. So whole public administration, both paper 1 and paper 2 are to be discussed in an integrated manner. We cannot visualize them in isolation. Thank you very much.